invited to go bluefin tuna fishing tomorrow. And I also got asked to bring some food. So there'll be 4 of us. I'm gonna bring 4 sandwiches. And since I'm gonna be making sandwiches, I might as well make a couple today for dinner. Especially since we're gonna be tuna fishing, I am going to make Tuna Tortas. Tuna Tortas. I love tortas. Tortas are Mexican sandwiches. Usually they're sold on the streets all throughout Mexico. And they're made with refried beans, and they're made with an assortment of meats and pescado. And just a bunch of other yummy ingredients that I'm gonna share with you guys today. So, my name is Yanni, you guys are inside the Fisherman's Belly, and today I'm gonna show you guys how to make a wonderful tuna torta. Okay gang, we're at step 1, and step 1 is refried beans. Now I know it's tempting to go out there and buy a can of refried beans, but what I want to do is I want to teach you guys how to make your own homemade refried beans. I'm not talking about going out and growing your own beans, but getting a can of cooked beans and then turning that into refried beans. And I'll tell you why. Because you can pump up the flavor of these refried beans in so many different ways. Once you learn the basics of making your own refried beans, you'll always make refried beans. Our tortas and our yellowfin demand homemade refried beans. All we need is a can of pinto beans in water, an onion, and some fresh cilantro, and of course a little oil and salt and pepper, and away we go. So I'm gonna heat up my frying pan, put a little oil in it, start sauteing my onions. Get about 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil for us to saute our onions. There we go. There's our diced onions, and let's get it into the frying pan. And now for a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, we'll let those guys saute for about 2 or 3 minutes, then we're going to put our beans in there. Alright, the onions are sauteed. I cracked the can of beans open, I drained it. I'm going to let this simmer, and then I'm going to start smashing it with a potato smasher. Turn it into refried beans. Add some cilantro to it, and we'll be done. It's been simmering for about 5 minutes. Now it's time to add a little more oil. I've got about 3 or 4 tablespoons of olive oil in here already. I'm going to add another 3 or 4 tablespoons, and then I'm going to get my potato masher and start mashing. There's 2, 3, and 4. Okay, there we go. All right, it's time to smash. Get the last bit of my smashing done. Let this cool off a little bit, then I'm going to add some cilantro to it, and then that'll be done. It'll be ready for the sandwiches. All right, while the refried beans are cooling off, our next step is to deal with these tuna fillets. We're going to create a Mexican dry rub, and it's going to be made with some easy to get spices from your local Mexican store. We've got cumin, we've got some ground arbol, which is on the spicy hot side, chili powder, California chili powder, it's mild. We've got salt and pepper, of course, and we've got some dry oregano. I'm going to go over to the mixing station and teach you guys exactly how to make this easy but super delicious Mexican dry rub for our tuna. All right, for the dry rub, here's what we're going to do. Remember, I've got 6 fillets, so now I'm going to go with 4 tablespoons of this California chili powder. 1, 2, and 4. Oh, there we go. There's 4. Okay. Now I'm going to go with 3 tablespoons of the cumin. Ground cumin. 1, 2, 3. I'm only going to go with 1 tablespoon of this arbol, and that's because it's a very hot chili. There's 1. 2 large pinches of oregano that I'm going to crush with my fingers. Get everything activated and going. 1, 2. Mix that all up. Wow. There we go. Check that out. Okay, that's all ready to go. We've got our tuna. We've got a frying pan that we've turned up the heat fairly high because we're going to sear these tuna with the dry rub on them. So the first thing I need to do is drop a little oil in the frying pan. Opa. Okay. And now we're gonna have fun with this. Okay, so we're gonna take one of these guys. Hold on. Here's the dry rub. Okay. Wow, look at that. Oh my God, look at that. Shake that off and put that right in there. Whoa. Oh my God. Remember, we're not gonna be cooking these long. This is tuna, so we still want it to be definitely medium rare. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells great. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna be looking at the edges of the tuna. As soon as I start to see some color, some white color, I'm gonna flip them. Wow, take a look at that. Oh my God. Okay, see how I'm starting to get a little white on the edges right in here? That means it's time to turn this guy over. Oh wow. This is almost like blackened salmon here. See how it's starting to get white over here? All right, so that was about a minute, minute and a half, and no more than a minute on this side, and we'll be done. All right, you guys, it's been about a minute. Oh man, that dry rub, oh man, oh God. Wow, look at that, look at that. Look at that, oh man. Okay, I'm gonna sit and let these guys rest, and we'll keep moving. I got the cabbage all cut up. It's time to keep moving with this cabbage slaw that we're making for our sandwich. The only thing I want to do is I want to add some jalapeno that's julienne here. Okay, nice thin slices. All right, that's perfect. Okay, add this in there. Okay. All right, you guys, it's time to make the cream sauce for our cabbage. So we're gonna go with sour cream, and we're gonna go with 1 cup. A little more, and okay. Now keep in mind, I've got enough cabbage to make 6 sandwiches. And now we need the juice of a lemon. And here's a pinch of salt. Probably about a full tablespoon. Lots and lots of coarse black pepper. And finally, depending upon your taste, I'm gonna put in about 4 shots of hot sauce. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Wow. Wow. God, I'll tell you what. We're gonna lather up the cabbage with this sauce. It's just gonna be insane. Wow, take a look at that. All right, I'm gonna go and put this in the refrigerator, and when it's time to put this on the cabbage, I'll take it back out. All right, remember that Mexican crema? Oh, here we go. It's been sitting in the refrigerator, it's nice and chilly. It's got just a light pink color from that hot sauce. Let's put that on there. Wow. So this is a half a cabbage and a half a jalapeno. There we go. Jeez, look at that. It's awesome. Okay, now this is ready for our sandwich. Yeah. God, I just want to dive into this bowl and just eat this. Holy moly. So here, I know that I've got just the right amount of dressing because all of my cabbage is coated. And there's not a bunch of excessive dressing on the bottom of my bowl. This is perfect, exactly perfect. Half a cabbage, and I used 1 cup of sour cream, Mexican sour cream, and then some lemon and some hot sauce, and just the perfect amount. That's perfect. That's what we're looking for. Okay, gang, we are nearing the end. Okay, this is one of my favorite parts of this torta sandwich, and that is the bread. It's so un-Mexican. This is normal white bread that they love to cook in their panderias, and this is what makes this sandwich so unusual, is this bread. It's not in a tortilla, it's not in a flour tortilla or corn tortilla, it's in bread. So, I've got my oven preheating at 400 degrees. I'm gonna split these in half and just put them in there for just a couple of minutes. Don't wanna burn the bread. I want to toast them up though. And we've got everything else going. We've got our cabbage ready, our refried beans are ready, our fish is ready. While this is cooking in the oven, all I have to do is slice up some tomatoes and slice up some avocado. And we are assembling a sandwich that will just drive you crazy and me crazy. I can't wait to eat. My God, okay. It's bread time. Always use a serrated knife when you're cutting bread. A serrated knife, like the Sierras, a jagged edge. It's a Spanish word for jagged edge. There we go. Awesome, these are ready for the oven. All right, the beans have cooled off. It's time to chop up our cilantro and add our cilantro to these homemade refried beans. Awesome. Wow. All right. Wow, that looks great. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Homemade refried beans, boys. Homemade refried beans. There you go. You're gonna love these. All right, you guys, we are at the final stages. We've got our fish. We just got our bread out of the oven. It's nice and toasty and hot. We've got our refried beans. We've got our cabbage, our Mexican cabbage coleslaw. We've got cut up avocados. We've got sliced up tomatoes. And this is interesting. I'm going to garnish this sandwich at the very end with some pickled carrots. Now these are the same pickled carrots that you find with pickled jalapenos. They're a little bit on the hot and spicy side, but nothing like the jalapenos, but they're gonna add a nice acidic bite on the very top of our sandwich. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so here's the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna take the bottom half of our bread and we're gonna layer it with some homemade refried beans. All right, there we go. Then we're gonna take a couple slices of tomato. There we go. Couple slices of avocado. There we go. A pinch, oops, of salt, because you never want to have avocado or tomato without just a touch of salt. Okay, there we go. Wow. Okay. Now we're going to take our fish. There we go. Put it up on the platter. Okay, now for our Mexican coleslaw. And then we'll garnish with some of these julienne pickled carrots. And there's sandwich number 2. Oh, look at that. There we go, boys. Take a look at that. Tuna Tortas, brought to you by the Fisherman's Belly.
Oh man!
I just tossed right
Oh my God! Johnny, you should have them.
Oh my God! They're coming right for me.
Oh my God!
Wow! That's your camera. That's a good shot. Wow! Oh, they look like small yellow fish.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh my God! Oh my God! They're right here.
Oh, hurry up! I'm out there. Someone might buy it, so I'm right here. Yeah, this one, like I thought. No, they're yellow. No, they're not. They're 20 pounds. Yeah.